outlook statement was rather cautious. And the reason for that is because the growth we're seeing in revenue, a lot of that would be called perhaps revenge spending, because people have been locked up for a long time. They're willing to come and spend, and they're willing to pay high rates. So we're seeing that. But as you've said, how sustainable that's going to be, especially given the overall economic situation in the world, we're not sure. But one thing is for sure, we're seeing wage inflation. The supply of labor, particularly in the hospitality markets, is very tight. And so we're having to control that and manage the inflation aspect and try and maintain our margins. Now, you've asked what is our plan B in the event that we see some recession. And the answer is, in our business, it's not that easy to have, overcome all of those problems, because our business is very directly related to tourism and traveler demand. So the only real defense we have is to maintain a prudent balance sheet, which we've always done. But on that one, we're also spending a lot of money on London to build the new hotel. So it's a balance between, maintaining our gearing at an acceptable level and, always looking long term, which is, I think, as you know, what our company does. We're a very long-term looking company. We plan our finances so that we can survive these challenges and pressures for the long term.
Clement, it's good to see you. Now, Hong Kong is your flagship property here. We are impacted by the COVID-0 policies. We see it in Beijing as well, in Shanghai. And I was reading your report saying that in April, Beijing was at a standstill. Are you able to share with us what does the cash burn look like for your Greater China properties, as well as how are you going to ride this COVID thing out? Do you have any intention of relocating a flagship to potentially another property?
Well, firstly, we're not burning cash even in Greater China, because we do have earnings from things like shopping arcades. We have non-hotel properties. We have residential properties. We have some office buildings. So by the time you take everything together, it is not a cash burn. It's just that normally we earn far, far more than what we're doing at the moment. But in terms of whether we would shift any of our properties, we spend a long, long time investing and committing to the properties that we enter into. This Peninsula London project, which we're about to open next year, we have been doing that for 10 years in order to build something hopefully really special and exceptional. And once you build something like that, you have to keep it. You can't move it around easily. But one thing I would say is that if you aspire to be a long-term investor for 100 years like us, you know that within 100 years, you're going to have to face some storms. And if you don't have the stomach to sail through those storms, you cannot be a long-term investor. And that's exactly what we are. We're looking at 100 years. Our properties are there to stay. We remain optimistic about the prospects, because all of those properties are in amazing cities and in amazing locations. And we have to just see this thing through.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.